Duffy Square is closed and all the tables are in, and you can see the officer here. There's always somebody here at the red stairs watching that nobody's going in. There were a few. I love this billboard. It's beautiful. There were a few media outlets we saw on the way, and then I think we saw a few tourists, which is surprising. I'm gonna turn right so you can see the amount of people here. A lot of people on bicycles because the streets are very quiet. FDNY is here, and there was also an NYPD not too far from here. And I think this is the busiest we've seen Times Square since the outbreak started and things started getting serious in the city. This is the most amount of people I've seen here. Usually, well, you can check my videos. All the other times we came here, the place was almost empty. It's really a nice day out. It's quite hot. My mask is not helping me with the breathing, so walking is a little bit harder than usual. But I want to walk south on Broadway, and we'll see how far we'll go. But it really is a beautiful day. I was under the impression most of the people are gonna be at Central Park. I'm pretty sure Central Park is exploding now. I haven't checked to see, but that's a lot of people on Broadway. No doubt about it. Okay, we'll start marching south. Hey Justin, hey Elda, hey Anna, what's up? Hey Susie, hey Mariah. Argentina, hi. Hey Victoria, hey Carol. Thank you so much for joining. These tables, Sandra is asking about the tables. These are usually out. There are like a few food places where you can get food, so you can also sit down and eat. So the tables are usually right here with chairs, but now they don't want people sitting, so they took away all the chairs and they put the tables in quarantine, and there are like 2 Times Square guards watching the space. Okay, I'm going back. It's very busy. It's the busiest I've seen the place since the outbreak started. Okay, ready? Let's go. Hey Eugene, how are you? Hello Brazil. So we are walking, and the signs, the billboards are still for thanking the healthcare workers, mentioning the COVID, wash your hands, and mostly this kind of stuff. But I think that once we walk on Broadway, you can actually see that there are people actually visiting the city. I hear someone on drums. Motorcycles, they're always Hey Babish. Oh, that's the naked cow lady. Cowboy girl. How do you say? Cowgirl. That's the naked. No, seriously, that's the naked cowgirl. I know people told me they've seen the naked cowboy in here? I haven't yet, but some of Times Square characters, are definitely out here. But the guys we just passed, the group of guys, these are the guys that give you CDs. I can't believe they're here. This is like a major NYC scam right there with the CDs. So they're standing here. They're like Times Square characters. An officer. We're gonna stay in the shade. You can see most of the people are wearing masks. This is us. I don't know if you saw us in the reflection. Happy Sunday. I can't believe the weekend is almost over. I don't like it that the weekend is over, but we're gonna make the most out of it. Okay, we're approaching the flag. Let's cross the street. Hello, Grace. Hey, Patricia. You can see there are more cars. There are still people standing in the middle of the street trying to get photos of an empty street, but the street is not as empty as it was like a few weeks ago. So you can see there are cars approaching us. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, next one. Let's do the next one. Hello, Cyprus. So there are people, but you can still have your social distancing. And as I mentioned before, you can see a lot more people on bicycles because the streets are very much in favor of bicycles right now because they're so empty. But if you'll go back to my video library, watching this street, watching Broadway, watching the platform in front of the flag, before the corona age, you can see like the change in the amount of people in the area. I'm gonna point back to Times Square. We started right there, and now we're walking south on Broadway. We have a green light. It's gonna stop. We're gonna cross. We're gonna avoid these people. We're gonna take a right. And you can see the mini police cars. They are so cute. Look how tiny it is. They take them into Central Park sometimes. Because they're so tiny, they can go into the small path. What is it? What's that? What's playing? There's like music playing, and I don't know from where. Maybe it's Hard Rock Cafe. I'm not sure. What's the sound source? What is it? I don't know. It's like bells, and they're very loud. What time is it? It's not? Not a round hour. But what time is it? 2:52? 2:52 p.m. I don't know what the bells are all about. Okay, we're gonna keep walking down on Broadway. Usually at this point we'll go left to Bryant Park, but we already seen Bryant Park, I think twice. One time or no, twice. So we're gonna, all the greenery, the trees there, this is Bryant Park, not too far from here. We saw the beautiful tulip garden outside of the New York Public Library that is at the end of Bryant Park. Look at the kiddos. More kiddos. Oop. A whole family. Okay, so we're skipping Bryant Park today and we're just walking towards Herald Square, Macy's, and if I'll have the energy we'll get to the Flatiron, which I'm really keen to see because I haven't seen the Flatiron I think since February, and that's quite a long time without seeing the Flatiron. So we're gonna go walk towards Madison Square Park and the Flatiron. On the way, you can see your favorite restaurants and shops. 95% of them are gonna be closed. And you can see that as that's Bryant Park. I see the fountain from here, and I see quite a lot of people there. Bryant Park looked pretty crowded. The further we get from Times Square, the less people we're gonna see. Yes, I know a lot of you really like Bryant Park. It's your favorite park. But since we've done that not too long ago, we're gonna go for our new destination today. Look at all the flowers on the other side of the street. Okay, we are now on 40th Street and Broadway. Still walking south. Watch out for cars. No cars. Downtown. We're walking south. South is downtown. So basically from Times Square you go to Herald Square, then the Flatiron, Madison Square Park, and then not too far from there is Union Square, but I think it's gonna be a little bit too far for me to get all the way to Union Square. Flatiron building is under construction. I can see it from here actually. So it's gonna be a little bit of a obstructed view. This is Golda Meir Square. Wait, I wanna show Golda Meir. So Golda Meir was an Israeli prime minister, and it's one of a very few, 5 women's sculptures around the city. So Golda Meir, the prime minister of Israel, is one of them. So I'm extremely proud she's here, basically. One of 5, can you believe it? All the other sculptures in the city are of men. usually on a horse, but all the others are male figures, and Golda Meir, it's one of the only very few female figures in the city. See, it's not only about the corona, we do other stuff. How did I get my mask? So Facebook gave us some really good masks, N95, that I reused them. So basically I started with going out about every 3 days. So in these 3 days, these masks are getting sanitized under the sun, and then I can reuse it. Also, I don't know if you remember, but in February, when this whole thing started, I did videos from the stores looking for masks. They were all out of stock, and I ordered a few from Amazon, and one order got canceled in beginning of April, and the other one I just got it like a week ago. But these are masks made out of fabric, so they're not as good. And lastly, my family from Israel just shipped us some mask for the delivery. I don't know how they got it, but they took care of me, so I have a few N95 masks for Mika's delivery date. So these are the masks that I have. Each one of them has her own unique story. Or it depends how attached are you to your mask. Chile, hey Carolina. Okay, look at all the trash here. What's going on? Scooters are actually, the scooters that you rent. You have them in California. They're a big thing in Tel Aviv and Paris, France. But in New York, they're not allowed. There are too many accidents with the scooters, so you cannot rent them on the streets. But you can rent bicycles. Bangladesh. Who was on the ground? There was somebody on the ground. There's not nobody on the ground. I didn't see anybody. Oh, we just passed 40 and Broadway, Joyce. Yeah, I know a lot of cities have the scooters, but New York City banned them in particular because there are so many people in the city walking, so the scooters can really become a hazard. This is more NYPD in here. Also, I must say that with all the amount of the people that you see here, I was complaining a lot about the crazy people I met while going outside on Broadway. I've only seen one today, which is a huge improvement. You can hear the train running underneath it. That's the subway train. You hear that noise? That's the subway train running. They also took care of the subway situation. Look, there's another family on bicycles. And now the subway is not running between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. And they clean it, they sanitize it, and not sure what they did with all the homeless people, but they are taking things seriously now. So we are really happy with that. The Ziegler right there, you can see their big mural, very colorful. See? Nice and colorful. We've seen it before the Corona age. Okay, Herald Square, Macy's. They left the tables and chairs out here so people can have a seat. They also left them out at Bryant Park. They only closed them down at Times Square. Macy's is closed, so you cannot go in. And then probably have the same people you see here on every other day. I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with the different characters of Herald Square. Oh, this mask is terrible. Jeez. I heard there are like 60 Macy's stores that are gonna reopen across the city. Look, thank you. Oh, a country around the US. They're gonna reopen 60 Macy's store. Empire State Building. And let's take a view back on Herald Square and Macy's so you can see how it's looked from the other side. You can see the pretty sky, nice blue. They always have like small tulip gardens around here. Let's stay in the shade, it's so hot. It is so hot, I think because of the mask is making everything hotter. But there is a nice breeze, so it's making everything a little bit easier on this walk. Okay, we are at 33rd Street. I need to avoid these people. Wait. There's a huge puddle. Let's go to the bike lane. Avoiding people, yay. Okay, now we can double cross. I think the city is in much better condition than when we started. You know, they closed the temporary hospital for corona patients at Central Park. They sent away the Comfort USNS. Oh, look at this garden. He's going, let's go. The USNS ship, as New York City does not need it anymore. So everything here is much better. We are on the right course. Oh, look how pretty. Smell flowers, not smoke. Yay! That's a good sign. I'm all for it. Yeah, N95 are very difficult. And I was surprised to see at a hospital they are using a regular surgical mask, yes, which are not as good as blocking small particles in the air like different type of viruses as the as the N95. So I don't know. Usually when it's colder outside, the mask is actually okay. But when it's hot outside, it really makes everything harder. But we're almost at the Flatiron. So a few more steps. Oh, I didn't look to see if they're like new. What is essential? That's a Corona graffiti, right? What is essential? Okay. I'll keep an eye if I'll see anything else. Nice car. Oh, not. Yeah, if we're gonna get to an area with no people, I'm gonna take off the mask for a while. But it still looks a little bit busy. So you can see the Flatiron in the middle, and you can see they are still doing some work on it. I don't know if they stopped the work or they're still making a progress there. But I feel like with the quarantine, the city can fix a lot of things that they had maybe problems fixing in the past because of all the people. So I hope they're doing that. Not sure. I know they finished with the L train, which is a big news. So L train is gonna be back operating as normal once this lockdown is over, which is also exciting news. This was a big deal here. Another NYPD. 29th Street. The sun is really strong today. Everything is closed. All the stores are closed. You cannot find anything that's open. And also there are police officers enforcing the law. So if they would see anything open, they will close it down immediately. There are so many police officers across the city. It's so hot. Okay. Okay, I needed a break from the mask. Oh my God. Wow. Hey Stacy, what's up? Lockdown is not over, but New York City was never given orders to stay in 24/7. It's not like the situation in Wuhan, China. People are allowed out. People are allowed to do their exercises. The parks are open, and the streets are open. So I have a press pass, so I can go out at any case, but it doesn't matter because at this point anybody who wants can actually go out. So it's not an issue. Nobody will tell you anything. Nobody will send you home. So people can walk the streets. You are only requested to maintain social distance and have your mask if you cannot stay away from people. Oh, you can see the Flatiron. It's so nice. Yes, my husband is with me. He's walking by my side. We now spend the entire days on weekends and hours together. So when I go out, he's always with me. Where am I from? I'm originally from Israel, but I've been in New York City now for almost 7 years. Believe it or not. Okay, I'm excited to see the Flatiron. We're gonna see the Flatiron, and then when I'll turn around, you guys can see the Empire State Building as well. So it's gonna be a nice view. Yes, the Smith is one of the recognizable restaurants in the city. I've made a list of recommendations of restaurants to go to on Google Maps. I've shared it on our Facebook group. Any one of you that want to use it is welcome. I hope all the restaurants in this list are gonna reopen because they are my absolute favorite. I made some really good choices there, and also some of you guys helped adding some of your favorite locations to this map. So thank you for that. Italy, hello. Hello, Denmark. Great to have you here. Can you see? Look at the beautiful background the Empire State Building have today. Look at the sky. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna go all the way there, and then I'm gonna turn around and show you the Empire State Building. Madison Square Park to our left. This is where Broadway meets Fifth Avenue. So this is where the two avenues meet each other and they form a triangle. It's the Flatiron District. You can still see the Flatiron. It's a little bit of obstructed view, as I mentioned earlier. And I'm gonna cross this light, and then I'm gonna turn around and show you the Empire State Building. Look how green Madison Square Park is. Italy is Italy. It's the Italy Cafe and Restaurant. I'm not sure if they're open or not. There's a lot of people standing there. Oh, they're standing in line. They want to get in the store. Okay, let's go to the triangle. Less people there. So you can see the line of people, because Italy is also a grocery store. So looks like they're still open. The line is not too long. You can see all the people standing there waiting to get in. Not very long. Okay. So that's Italy and Italy. It's a word game. A word game? Oh, they have an excellent ice cream. They have a really nice restaurant, and they have a rooftop, which really decorated beautifully, and like one of the nicest places in the city to have brunch. Okay, this is the Empire State Building. This is us looking north, and we made it to the Flatiron District, and I'm gonna say bye to you because I'm exhausted. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this old and new view of the city during the Corona age, and I hope you feel encouraged by what you saw and what you heard. And stay safe, take care. And I'll see you for 7 p.m. Clap because we care. Thanks, guys. Bye.